Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to another video with NaturallyLash. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my updated bentonite hair clay treatment. Okay, so just to get started, the first thing you're going to need is some apple cider vinegar. You're going to need some of your Aztec bentonite clay or whatever kind that you have. This is just the one that I came across first, so this is what I was using in my old video, and it's still the same one I'm going to be using now, and it's in like a powder form right now. You're going to need a spray bottle with some water. I'm using slightly warm water, and you can use an oil if you want to, but it's totally optional. For this one, I'm going to be using Argan oil. Last time I did this treatment, I didn't use any oil at all. I just used just the clay and the vinegar. And what you're gonna want a bowl. Do not use a metal bowl, and do not use metal utensils or a spoon or anything to stir this with. You want to use plastic or glass because the metal can cause some kind of, reaction.
Okay, so I personally like to use the apple cider vinegar with my clay mix instead of the aloe vera juice or the water, just because I've noticed that it actually gets the mixture a lot smoother and I don't actually have any lumps in it. So I'm just gonna keep adding vinegar and the clay mixture until I get just the right texture and consistency that I'm looking for. And then at that point I will go ahead and start to apply the mixture to my hair. You don't actually have to use oil with this mixture. If you've seen my previous video on doing the bentonite clay treatment, you'll notice that I didn't add an oil to the mixture, but this time I'm adding a little bit of argan oil. You can use olive oil or coconut oil, whatever kind of oil suits you, but I'm using the argan oil because I've noticed it makes my hair shinier and it makes it softer. There's so many different combinations that you can do with this product, so feel free to experiment a little bit and use basically just whatever you think will work best for your hair. After you get done mixing your product in your bowl, it's probably going to look like you have a lot of product because the clay is going to kind of absorb and it's going to swell a little bit, so it's going to look like a lot. But really, once you start applying this, you'll notice that it quickly gets used up. And if you can see in my bowl, it almost looks like a full bowl, but I'm going to end up using just about the whole entire bowl when I get finished. Alright, I think I may have stirred it up just enough now, so I'm going to get ready to apply this to my hair. I actually straightened my hair about 2 weeks ago. I usually don't straighten it, but I was going to try something new, but I didn't really like it straight that long, so I'm going back to my curls. So what I'm just basically going to do is just separate my hair into 2 halves, and I'm going to split the 1 half, into 2. So I'm going to work with it in about 4 sections. Just going to put that other half out the way. Okay, so since my hair was already straightened and I had been wearing it kind of straight, I didn't bother with detangling it or anything right now because I really didn't have any tangles. And I'm just gonna pull it just apart just to release the ends that may have came together, but other than that, my hair is not tangled. If your hair is tangled, you may want to do so. And just gonna take my spray bottle that I have my warm water in, and focusing on my ends, I'm just going to spray all over the hair. I don't want it soaking wet, but I do want it to be a little bit damp. It'll just help you making the application of the clay mixture a lot smoother. Okay, so once I believe I have it damp enough, then I'll actually start to apply the mixture. And I usually like to start from the bottom, just because that's the oldest part of my hair, and I just kind of know it needs a little bit more love than the upper parts. So once I get some on there, there's no specific way that I really do it. I just start to apply it until I feel like that section has enough of the clay mixture on it. I do want to say, if your scalp has a lot of product buildup on it, then you may want to make sure you get some on your scalp, so that when you go to rinse this out, you're going to be clarifying and really cleaning your scalp. You'll definitely feel the difference once you get finished. Notice how as I'm applying the product, I'm always working in a downward motion. I do this just to minimize any snags or tangles that may happen. And then once I believe I have enough on that section, I'll start to kind of separate it a little bit, just to make sure that it's not going to dry in big clumpy sections and pieces. Okay, so as you can see, now I'm just pulling those pieces apart. Okay, so I'm going to be finishing up this section, and then I'll move on to the top where I'll speed through it and let you guys see it when it's finished. Okay, so I'm just finishing up this section on the side of my head. As you guys can see, it's all fully coated. I'm just going around making sure that I get the edges, and I'm gonna separate it a little bit. As you can see, my actual curl pattern is actually starting to get really defined and really separated, and that's pretty much what my curls are going to look like once I'm done. You're going to notice they're really defined, and it's going to look really light, as you can see it right here. Once I finish on this side, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the opposite side. I'm basically just going to repeat everything that you guys saw me do on the other side, starting with that back section. I'm going to add some water onto it just to make the process a little bit easier and smoother, and then I'll go ahead and finish applying the clay mixture to my hair. Okay, so I'm just finishing up adding the clay to the side of my head. You'll be able to see that it's fully coated from the roots all the way down to the tips. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and let this sit for about an hour, at which point I'll come back so you guys can see what it looked like after I rinsed out the product, and then I can go over how I do my deep conditioning treatment, and then we'll just go from there. I included 2 pictures just so you guys can see the definition. Okay, so I'm back. I'm gonna quickly go over my deep conditioning treatment. Basically, this is just a bowl of any kind of conditioner that you have, preferably a sulfate-free conditioner. And then there's an egg, and we have some coconut oil and argan oil in there. As you can see right now, this is my hair with no product on it. It's bouncy, it's shiny, and it's very defined and soft. I'm going to take the deep conditioning treatment that I mixed up and just apply that through my hair. There's no specific way to do this. I just kind of put it in my hand and apply it. I hope you guys are wearing something that you don't mind getting a little bit messy, because this treatment can be a little bit messy, but your hair will thank you for it later. Okay, so just so you guys don't have to watch it, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up now. So here's my hair with the deep conditioner applied. As you can see, it's really curly and really bouncy now. Once you get finished with that, I'm just gonna take a plastic bag, yes, a plastic bag, because I don't really use plastic caps, and I'm just gonna tie my hair back into a ponytail, and to that I'm going to apply 2 of these plastic bags and my bonnet. And basically by adding the 2 plastic bags, it'll trap the heat in and give my hair time to do its deep conditioning thing. There's no specific time that I'm going to leave this on. I'm just going to leave it on until I feel like washing it out. And after I wash it out, I do not shampoo again. I repeat, I do not shampoo again, because my hair is already cleaned, and now I'm just adding back some moisture and some shine and giving it a light protein treatment. Alright, so once I get my bonnet on, I'll see you guys back after I rinse the product out so you can see the end results. Alright you guys, here you have it. I just finished washing out the deep conditioner. As you can see, my hair looks really defined, and my roots and my scalp is very clean. My hair feels very light. So yeah, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you like it, go ahead and give it 2 thumbs up and subscribe, and have a great day.